Hi guys, welcome to Pit Stop. So today we are with a special rear-engined V8 sports car. This is the massive Lexus RCF. So how to purchase this car, I'll tell you. It's very interesting actually. If you place a request to Lexus, they will consider the request and then they will import the Lexus RCF all the way from Japan. So that's how you can purchase the Lexus RCF. It's a complete import car, and we are going to tell you 8 very important and informative things you need to know about the Lexus RCF. So please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications, and please do follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So let's kickstart all the 8 points about the Lexus RCF. So the first thing which we are going to talk about in the Lexus RCF is about the design and looks. Because if you take a look at the design, it looks superb actually. This feels like it has been designed to attack the air, because every nook and corner of the Lexus RCF looks like, you know, sporty, aerodynamically sporty. See, if you take a look at the side profile, or if you take at the front bumpers, we have got air dams, you have got the Lexus grille, we have got a very sharp bumper. Even at the rear you get a rear spoiler, and overall it looks strikingly fast. And if you ask me, I would give a 10 by 10 for the way it looks and for the design. But there are a few things which I would like to mention when it comes to design, because this what you see here is carbon fiber hood. You can actually lift the hood with one finger, it's that light. And even the roof is carbon fiber, and this is actually an extra treatment, okay? And when it comes to the rear spoiler, that is also carbon fiber treatment. But there is only one point which I would like to mention, is that the rear spoiler doesn't open up automatically when you go fast. We have to push a button and then it opens up, so it doesn't happen automatically. That's one thing. And just take a look at this gorgeous 255 section alloy wheels. This is a 10-spoke alloy wheels. It is a made to order one. We get orange calipers, and this is a 255 section tires, 19-inch wheels. So this is one of my favorite part. The wheels look absolutely gorgeous. And apart from that, this is how the car looks. And if you ask me, as I said, I will give a 10 by 10 for the Lexus RCF in terms of design and looks. So the hood can be opened up with just one finger because it's carbon fiber. So this is the massive engine, and 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, 467 horsepower and 527 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 8-speed automatic gearbox. So just take a look at the gorgeous engine bay. It looks superb. You can see 8 cylinders literally here, which is been painted in blue. So this is the engine specifications of the Lexus RCF. So the next point is practicality. The RCF is a proper practical sports car. Why I'm telling you? Because we get a proper boot. I'm not sure about the boot space, but definitely it should be around 350 to 400 liters of boot space, ample enough to carry luggages for 4 or 5 people. Yes, and not just that, it's not a 2-seater sports car, it's a 4-seater sports car, because it's a 2+2 seater. You can carry your children at the back of the Lexus RCF. So that comes under practicality. So under practicality, there are 2 more points which I would like to mention. Is that one thing is eco mode. When you drive it in eco mode, it feels more like a Corolla Altis. Seriously, it doesn't feel like a roaring, you know, V8 at all, because it feels very pleasant, it feels comfortable, it feels very smooth. So the best part is that it gives you a bit of mileage as well when you drive it in eco mode. It's not like the V8 brutal 5 or 4 kilometers. When you drive it in eco mode, you will get at least, like, you know, 8 to 9 kilometers per liter, and that's decent for a supercar. That's one thing. Second thing is that the ease of drivability inside the city. So being such a low car, it's pretty easy to drive it inside the city over speed breakers or over any sort of road undulations, because when you drive it inside the city, I thought like it will be pretty difficult to handle inside the city with the sort of ground clearance it has, with the sort of, you know, drivability it offers. But when you put it in eco mode and when you slowly go over speed bumps, it is actually pretty okay. It's not a big deal to drive the car. It's not pretty difficult to drive the car as well. So it's like these 2 points actually I would like to mention under the point practicality, because in eco mode it feels super smooth, it's practical, and when you drive it inside the city, it's pretty easy to maneuver inside the city. So these 2 points I would like to mention under the point practicality. So how awesome is the frameless doors of the Lexus RCF? It looks super cool. And apart from that, when it comes to interiors of the Lexus RCF, it is nothing much to complain, but it looks a bit old school. And we get a nice black interiors, all black interiors. We get a Lexus clock over here, and then we have got a screen, we have got a Lexus touchpad as well, and everything looks purposeful. And we have got seat coolers, we have got seat side bolstering, and the seat is super sporty, but at the same time it looks luxurious as well, because they have given the seats in almost a white shade, maybe you can call it beige as well. We are getting a chrome treatment in middle of the seat as well. So altogether it's a mix of luxury as well as sportiness on the interiors of the Lexus RCF. But if you ask me about the steering wheel, or if you ask me about the center console and the infotainment screen and all, I would say that definitely it need an update. But apart from that, it looks proper functional, and it's pretty comfortable. It's not, the interiors are not fit for just 2 people. You can actually carry 2 more kids as well, because we have got 2 small seats at the rear. So I wouldn't call it as a proper 4-seater. Definitely you can carry 2 children at the rear, so you can call it as a 2+2-seater. So apart from that, this is how the interior looks, and it looks pretty nice, but definitely need an update. And otherwise it looks pretty nice, because the center tunnel, it gets all the options. The gear lever is pretty precise to hold, and even the steering is pretty precise to hold. The infotainment screen is not the best, but still manageable. But apart from that, when it comes to instrument cluster, you get a nice analog dial for the speed, but also a digital display at the center. So overall it looks good. But when it comes to mad sports cars, nobody gives much care for the interiors. Definitely it will be sporty, it will be black, it will not be as luxurious as any other sports coupe, but definitely it needs a bit of an update, because we are in 2023, so definitely RCF needs an update when it comes to interiors. Lexus RCF. Oh my goodness, 100. What a machine. So you would have seen the clip of a bombastic drive, right? So it's like 0 to 100 claimed is like at 4.4 seconds, but unfortunately we don't have a launch control. That's the only point. So however you launch it, it takes a bit of time. It doesn't meet the factory standards or the claimed 4.4, but it feels very fast actually. That is one thing. And top speed is obviously you can drive up to 250 kilometers per hour, but we drove up to around 200, 210, 220 kilometers on a straight stretch and all. It feels good, but only point is that it doesn't feel confident enough when you're driving it on top speed. So I feel like when it comes to performance, the acceleration is good, the top speed is good, but the top speed stability and the steering feedback and the dynamics could have been a bit better. So the next point is special features. I have not seen these kind of couple of features which I would like to mention in the RCF. The first thing is that we have got a torque vectoring differential. There are actually 3 modes for the torque vectoring differential, which is a standard, and the next one is track, and the next one is slalom. So these 3 modes will help you when you're driving it in terms of traction, and will give you better stability and all those things. But we couldn't notice much of that. But there is an option like standard, track, as well as slalom as well. So that torque vectoring differential actually adds a bit of weight as well. That is the one special feature. And the next one is that we have got a snow mode as well. So when you put a snow mode, the the instrument cluster lights up a small symbol saying snow, but We really don't know how it works, but other than that, all the other modes apart from the Eco and Sport Plus mode, we couldn't find major difference when you compare the snow mode or when you drive it in different options of the torque vectoring differential. So these are the two special features available in the Lexus RCF. And now the driving experience of the Lexus RCF. So I've told you about the engine, I've told you about the performance, I've told you about how good the car is to drive for long drives, or how good the car is to drive inside the city, or how easy it is to drive inside, say for example, what you call it, in eco mode. Okay, sorry, I forgot it. So in eco mode, it's pretty nice to drive inside the cities. It is good to drive, but overall, how is the drive experience? The V8 makes 467 horsepower, and 1 second, let me cross the toll booth. Okay, fine. So V8 makes 467 bhp of maximum power, and when you put it in sport mode, I told you there is no launch control option, but let's turn off the traction and let's launch the car. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it goes, and there we are touching almost 180 kilometers per hour. Okay, let me calm down a bit. The aura of the V8 it's like the best, whatever engines you say. Maybe I have heard that V10 sounds even more better, but the special sound of that V8, that raw feel, it's uncompromisable. You don't get that in any electric car, or you don't get that in any other car, I should say, because V12 sounds in a different way, V10 sounds in a different way, V6 sounds in a different way, but V8 sounds sweet. It's superb. That's one thing. The second thing is overall drive experience with the RCF is quite enjoyable, because it is a car which is designed for long drives. Long drives as in, it's pretty comfortable when you put it in eco mode, and when you put it in sport mode, the entire beast unleashes. All the horsepower goes to the rear wheels, and the wheel spins like crazy. If you are turning off the traction, you should be seriously aware about your speeds when you are turning across a corner, because it's like super playful. You have to get that feedback from the steering to manage the opposite lock. When the car drifts out, you need to know how it behaves. Oh my god, this is the best. The V8 sound, it's simply the best. I'm not a big fan of RCF after driving it, to be very frank, but the V8 makes me smile each and every time when I step down the put my foot down the accelerator, or when I downshift. Oh goodness, sweet. When you put it in manual mode, one thing is that the gear changes right from first to second automatically, but after second it doesn't change at all. So you can play with all the gears. Say for example, I'm going in third gear. 7,500 RPM is the red line, and it when you unlock the RPM sensor, it goes up to 9,000 RPM. But 7,500 RPM is the RPM red line, and it holds over the see. Oh my goodness! Wow! Seriously crazy, guys. So this is a mind-blowing V8 experience. The driving experience is always so much fun to drive. Only thing is that you will have to be pretty comfortable with the way the car behaves. It has to be safe. It has to be special. It has to be in as I mentioned, the steering feedback, or even the dynamics or the aerodynamics, as I mentioned, is not the best. So you will have to get used to how the car behaves, because The Lexus RCF is a pure raw V8 naturally aspirated sports car. You thoroughly enjoy driving an old school sports car, then this is the car for you. Because you know, all the power goes to the rear wheels and you kind of, you know, get to enjoy the power on the rear wheels. It drifts and you can do burnouts, you can do downouts, and you will thoroughly enjoy the car. But when it comes to a track experience, when you want to hit good lap times and all, maybe this will not be the best car, because there is no launch control, there is a bit of you know, better feedback required, there is a bit of other things also required. So that's my take on the RCF's driving experience. Pure, raw, naturally aspirated, monstrous V8. The best of I won't call it the best of both worlds, but it's easy to drive it inside the city. It's good to drive in eco mode, and when you put it in sport plus mode, the beast unleashes. So the final point is the price. So this is a complete import. That means it will cost you a fortune. This will cost you approximately around 2 crores. Maybe you can approach Lexus and they will give you some discounts and stuff. But this is the price of the car. But when it comes to you know, the acceleration, when it comes to the dynamics, when it comes to all the other points I have mentioned, I have taken you briefly across all the points about the Lexus RCF. And when it comes to pricing, this will be the approximate pricing for the Lexus RCF. And this is a mad old school V8 rear wheel drive sports car. Maybe a bit of an update is required for the Lexus RCF currently, but you will thoroughly enjoy driving it, because you know, if you are a person who loves that mad rear wheel drive V8 fun, then Lexus RCF, you should definitely take a drive in the Lexus RCF. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications. And if you want a Malayalam version of this particular video, you can go to my personal channel. The link is in the description. So thank you so much for watching. Please do follow me on Instagram as well. My Instagram handle is MS Shamnas. Thank you so much. Bye bye.